How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out our skins this week that made it to the top for the workshop submissions. And there's not actually a whole lot of them, and that's because we actually have a lot of people that are uploading usually from where the war is going on right now. And that has been blocked, so they're no longer allowed to receive payment or even upload skins. So my heart goes out to everyone who is dealing with that on all sides of everything. War is not a fun thing to be part of. My grandparents grew up in World War II, and I grew up hearing all those stories and everything. So just a little special note, heart goes out to everyone there. It is going to be a little bit empty from now on, and that's a really sad thing in the workshop. So anyways, moving on to the video, we've got a hoodie set for you, and this one is the Outrun hoodie. And yeah, it's got this kind of retro kind of windbreakery kind of look to it, and it's very bright. But hey, people kind of like this kind of colorful stuff to stand out, and I could see a lot of people rocking this one if it made it into the game. Next up, we've got a road sign set, and it is a remake of the Monument Memories road sign set. And yeah, it kind of has just a little more detail really put to it. It's got bullet holes here and there, wear and tear added to it, and everything's kind of just broken up with a little more detail here and there to it. But overall, it's still the same set that everyone likes, and there's been a lot of good comments towards this set, so I could definitely see it making its way in. Alright, next up we've got some deployables for you, starting out with this angler furnace. It has two different color versions. I want to show you the blue one, and yeah, you can see the other one down in the video description. I always have that workshop link, so you can go and see that there. And if we go ahead and power it on, it actually has this really cool glowing effect. The top of it lights up like the lure of an anglerfish, along with its glowy eyes and some various little speckles all around it. I think it's a really neat effect, and it definitely looks really cool at night, which we'll be sure to check out here shortly. Next, we've got a continuation in the scientific box set with, of course, the scientific gunpowder box here. And this one is, well, what you would expect. It's got a little bit of a gray color to go along with that gunpowder. You've got a keg there on the front, some bangs and pows, and some fireworks up on the top there. Next, we've got another one of the crusher boxes for you. This is the sulfur one. In the front, you can see the crushing teeth torn out of a recycler there. And then you've got the various bone pieces adorning the side of it here and there. And sulfur written out in bone on top. Next, we've got a couple doors for you, literally just a couple. And one sheet metal door here. It comes in two different versions, very different too. This one's blue and the other one is a bright orangey red kind of mix of color. But yeah, definitely very, very cool. It doesn't have a doorknob, which I thought was kind of weird. But one way or another, very cool art. Kind of like the stained glass mixed kind of, you know, idea going around with that. Then over here, we've got another one, and this also has a second version that kind of is a yellowy and a greenish kind of color. You can check it out, again, down in the workshop link in the description. And yeah, this is Base 7. This is a hologram garage door by Duck. And yeah, just the whole thing has a nice little cyberpunk feel to it, which I think is quite cool. We go ahead and kill the lights here. You can see the glow, which I think is quite nice. It actually looks like their holograms are being projected from the bottom there, which you can really see at night quite well. Then we've got that beautiful glow on this one. We pop on over to our boxes. Nice little kind of whitish glow. Just a hint of gray kind of to it. And then we've got the furnace. Look at that lure. It's so cool. It just really stands out. You got the little speckles. Even the teeth just kind of pop. Very cool. Next up, we've got our tools and weapons. Starting out, we've got a hammer for you, and this one is all sorts of melting time. This is the Time Stretcher Hammer by Dio, and yeah, just look at that. Some melting clocks, all sorts of craziness. Definitely very unique. Then we've got some stone tool sets for you. Starting out with this one, we've got the Toxic Stone Tools. So there you go. We've got the hatchet. And of course, it has to have a matching pickaxe. And the question, of course, is do they glow? They do, so tune in at the end of the video to see that. Then we've got another stone tool set for you, and this is Obsidian Tools by Ideal. Has a nice kind of like wood, almost kind of like a driftwood looking handle. A nice chunk of obsidian there. And of course the matching pick. And then we've got a crossy for you, and this one looks quite old. This is the Barkeep Crossbow, and yeah, it does look like it's kind of made of old barrels from a brewery, which I think is the idea there. And if you look here, it looks like there's like plans on maybe raiding people, and then some kind of count of, I don't know exactly there. It's hard to read it, but definitely quite a funny little addition there. It's always nice to add little unique things to skins like that. Go ahead and take a look at it one more time this way. And there we have it. Next, we've got a Python for you, and this one is pretty sleek looking. This is the Shards Python by Fresh. And yeah, it kind of has like a digital black camo thing going on, some bright neon colors. No glow to it, it's just bright. Aiming down the sights, here you got a bright neon sight. Again, does not glow. Definitely like the little glowy part, or glowy looking shimmery green parts there on the trigger and the cylinder. Next, we've got some pumps for you. This one's got a crazy looking bear on there. This is the Zombie Bear Pump Shotgun. And yeah, just look at that. There's some dripping radiation coming off here, off of it, you know, and right out of the tube it looks like. And then that just gnarly looking rad bear on there. Aiming down the sights, you can see a little more of that radiation or juices leaking out of there, whatever that is. And there's that reload. Then we've got another pumpy for you. This one's much more on the military side. This is the Ace Pump Shotgun. And it has kind of that Ace Flyer kind of look with it. The American Star and the kind of racing stripes and so forth. You got an 88 on the one side there. Aiming down, you've got that big old star right up in your face. And there we go. Next, we've got a Tommy, and it, of course, is the Toy Thompson. This is the Toy Blast Thompson, I should say. And, yeah, this thing has, it looks like it has little pellets that it would shoot out at you. You see the various colored BBs there. It's just hilarious. Love the look of it. And, yeah, this thing definitely fits right in with the continuation of the toy set. And I believe it's because there originally is a different Toy Thompson, so this is called Toy Blast. Since, yeah, the original toy set's creator was no longer with us, yeah. That sounds weird. That sounds like they died. They got banned for copyright stuff, so I I just made it sound like they died. I'm sorry, no one died as far as I know. That sounded so ominous. Moving on, we've got some MP5s for you guys. And this one is the Pink Mint. I think the name just fits it right, because that is such a mint green. And then you got this bright pink going on with it. Aim down the sights, you kind of got a mix of the different colors there. Pop a reload. And there you have it. Then we've got another MP5 for you. This one comes in two different variations. One with a kind of reddish color to it, and then this one right here. And yeah, it just has this really kind of clean, kind of carbon look to it. Aiming down the sights, you've got a red painted but not glowing sight. And yeah, it's just a very nice, clean design to this MP5 that I think a lot of people would really appreciate. And the red one does look pretty good, so be sure to check that out in the workshop link, guys. Last but not least, we've got two more for you. Starting out with this, we've got this crazy AK for you. This is the Chameleon AK-47 made by Milo. And yeah, this has got this crazy pearlescent effect that, depending on where the sun hits, it of course morphs its color, and he's well known for the creator of the Tempered set, so this is just one of those things that fits right in with his designs. You've seen this kind of thing probably in different games and so forth, and I'm honestly surprised it's taken this long to see a couple versions of it pop up in Rust. So far, I think this one is the most badass version of it. Definitely looks very good. Then, last but not least, we've got a Medusa AK for you. And, yeah, man, it's got this cool ruins look to it. The whole thing kind of looks like it's carved out of stone. And you got this Medusa right there. Definitely a very unique look. Aiming down the sights, you've got another little smaller, you know, what do you call it? Bust of, well, it's not really a bust. I guess it's just a head of Medusa. So, there you go. And there we have it. And I actually like the scales and stuff down there on the mag. That's kind of a cool little effect. But everyone, that is it for the skins. Once again, thanks for watching. And everyone who's affected by the war, I just once again want to say, I hope you stay safe and that everything, ends soon in a positive way, or as positively as it can, because we all know how that kind of stuff is. But yeah, until Steam re-enables the workshop uploads, it might be a little bit empty for a bit, everyone. So, put your best wishes out to them if you can. And everyone else, stay safe. Enjoy your new Rust wipe that will be coming up next week. We still have one more week in this month. And yeah, have a great one.